Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the best moral stories for kids. Today's story is about the two seeds. Once upon a time, there were two seeds. They were planted in the soil by the farmer. But these two seeds were not like other seeds. These seeds were special because they were the seeds of a magic tree. This magic tree bore delicious fruits that tasted like honey. The fruits could cure all kinds of diseases. It could even cure a broken heart. The tree was also very beautiful. Its flowers were white and they looked like stars. These two seeds were kept in a small box made from a coconut shell. One day, a little girl found this box. She opened it and took out the seeds. She planted one seed in her garden, but she couldn't plant the second seed because she didn't have a pot. So she decided to keep it with her until she found a pot. One day, her mother came into the garden. She saw the seed in the pot, but she didn't see the other seed. The mother asked her daughter, "What are you growing in this pot? You shouldn't grow just anything in this pot. You should only grow flowers or maybe vegetables." The little girl replied, "I don't know what it is, Mom. I found this seed in an old box. Maybe it's a flower seed." Her mother said, "You can keep it if you promise to take good care of it." The girl promised and continued watering the seed every day. But after 20 days, something strange happened. The seed started growing roots, but then it stopped. It neither grew up nor down. It just stayed in the same place. The girl got scared and ran inside the house crying. She told everything to her father. The father went to the garden and saw the seed. He said, "Don't cry. I think I know what to do." He dug up the seed and placed it in a bigger pot. Then he covered it with more soil and water. He asked the girl to water it every day. After 20 more days, the seed sprouted and grew into a big plant. It had thick and green leaves. The girl was very happy, but she still didn't know what kind of plant it was. She waited patiently. After 10 days, the plant grew flowers. They looked like stars shining in the sky. The girl was amazed. She didn't know that this seed would grow into such a beautiful plant. Meanwhile, the other seed was kept in a shelf in the corner of the room. It had been kept there for so long that it had almost become dry. One day, a little boy entered the room. He was playing with his toy car. Suddenly, the car fell off the shelf and hit the seed. The seed fell on the floor and broke open. A tiny root came out of it. The boy picked it up and asked his mother, "What is this?" The mother saw the tiny root and said, "This is a seed. It needs soil and water to grow." The boy immediately took it outside and planted it in a small pot. Every day he watered the seed, but it never grew. The boy tried everything, but the seed refused to sprout. One day, the boy was playing in the garden. His sister was there too. She was swinging on a swing. The boy started telling her about the seed. He told her how he planted it and watered it, but it wouldn't grow. His sister listened patiently. When he finished his story, she said, "Maybe your seed is scared." The boy asked, "Scared? How can a seed be scared?" The girl replied, "There might be many animals and insects in the soil. Maybe your seed is afraid of them." The boy thought for a moment and then said, "That must be the problem because I've seen many insects in my garden." The sister said, "If that's the case, you should plant it somewhere else." The boy agreed and took the pot to the other side of the garden. Here, the soil was soft and black. There were no insects here. The boy planted the seed deeper in the soil. He covered it with leaves and twigs. Then he sprinkled water on it. After 10 days, the seed sprouted and grew into a big bush. It had many branches and green leaves. The boy was very happy, but he noticed that his sister was sad. He asked her why. She said, "When you moved the seed, I felt lonely. I wanted you to plant it here so that I could take care of it." The boy apologized and said, "I'm sorry. Can you please take care of it from now on?" The girl nodded happily. Every day she watered the plant and sang songs for it. She wanted it to grow quickly. After 15 days, the plant bore white flowers. They looked like stars shining in the sky. The girl was very happy. She told her brother, "Look, our plant has grown flowers." The boy asked, "Will these flowers ever turn into fruits? I want to eat fruits that taste like honey." The girl replied, "We'll have to wait and see." Meanwhile, the tree in the first garden had grown very big. It had thick and strong branches. It spread its branches to give shade to everyone. In summer, it was the favorite spot for birds. They sat on its branches and sang songs. Sometimes they even made nests on its branches. The tree was very happy seeing them. One day, a big storm came. Strong winds were blowing and heavy rain was pouring. The tree stood firm and did not move. But one of its branches fell off. It fell on a house and broke it. People came running. They saw the tree and started blaming it. They said, "Look at this tree. It's so careless. It threw its branch on our house." The tree felt sad. It did not say anything. It just stood there quietly. At night, the tree talked to the moon and cried. It said, "Oh, moon, why was I born? I just want to stay in the fields and grow flowers. I don't want to grow into a big tree. Look at my branch. It hurts someone." The moon replied, "Oh, tree, you don't understand your purpose. You weren't meant to grow in the fields. You were meant to be planted in the gardens. You are not meant to be a flower. You are meant to be a strong tree. If you were a flower, you would wither away in a few days. But as a tree, you can stand tall and live for many years. Yes, sometimes your branches may fall and hurt people, but that's what makes you strong. If you keep on crying, you will become weak and your fruits will lose their taste. So don't cry anymore." The tree thanked the moon and started sleeping. The next morning, the sun woke up the tree. It said, "Get up, tree. You have to fulfill your duty today." The tree said, "I don't want to fulfill my duty. I just want to stay in the fields and grow flowers." The sun replied, "You can't do that now. But after many years, when your fruits start losing their taste, you can leave this garden and go to the fields. But for now, you have to fulfill your duty." The tree agreed and started waving its branches in the wind. The next day, some children came to play in the garden. They climbed onto the tree and started swinging on its branches. They enjoyed a lot. The tree was very happy to see them. It realized that it was not meant to be a flower. It was meant to be a strong tree. After 6 months, the tree bore fruits. They tasted like honey. The people in the town came to the garden and ate the fruits. They thanked the farmer for planting such a tree in the town. They said, "This tree is a gift for us. Its fruits can cure all our diseases." After 10 years, the tree had become very old. Its fruits no longer tasted like honey. It was time for it to leave this garden. It said goodbye to the people and went to the fields. It grew flowers there and stayed happy. Once upon a time, there were 2 seeds. One seed was planted in a pot, but it never grew. Another seed was planted in the ground, and it grew into a big tree. One day, a bird came and sat on the tree. It asked the tree, "Why don't you grow bigger? You are so small compared to the other trees." The tree replied, "I can't grow any bigger. I'm just meant to be this size." The bird asked, "Are you sure? Don't you want to grow big and touch the sky?" The tree thought for a moment. It said, "I do want to touch the sky, but I'm afraid. What if I fall and break?" The bird asked, "Do you think a big tree like me can break?" "No, I don't think so. But even if you fall, it's okay. You can always start over." The tree thought for a moment and then said, "Okay, I want to touch the sky." The bird smiled and flew away. From that day on, the tree started growing. It grew taller and stronger. Every day it reached higher and higher. One day the tree touched the sky. It was so happy. It looked down and saw the bird sitting on one of its branches. It asked the tree, "Did you enjoy the view from up here?" The tree replied, "Yes, it's beautiful up here. Thank you for encouraging me to grow." The bird smiled and said, "You're welcome. Now you know you can grow big and touch the sky." Never let fear stop you from trying. The tree thanked the bird and continued growing, and that's the end of the story. The boy and the girl took good care of the seed, but it still didn't grow. The girl said, "Let's plant it somewhere else. Maybe there's something wrong with this seed." The boy agreed and took the pot to the other side of the garden. There, the soil was softer and blacker. The boy planted the seed deeper in the soil. He covered it with leaves and twigs. Then he sprinkled water on it. After 10 days, the seed sprouted and grew into a big bush. It had many branches and green leaves. The boy was very happy, but he noticed that his sister was sad. He asked her why. She said, "When you moved the seed, I felt lonely. I wanted you to plant it here so that I could take care of it." The boy apologized and said, "I'm sorry. Can you please take care of it from now on?" The girl nodded happily. Every day she watered the plant and sang songs for it. She wanted it to grow quickly. After 15 days, the plant bore white flowers. They looked like stars shining in the sky. The girl was very happy. She told her brother, "Look, our plant has grown flowers." The boy asked, "Will these flowers ever turn into fruits? I want to eat fruits that taste like honey." The girl replied, "We'll have to wait and see." The moral of the story is that sometimes we have to take risks to grow and reach our full potential. Just like the seed that was afraid to grow in the garden, we may feel scared to take risks or try new things, but with the encouragement and support of others, we can overcome our fears and achieve our goals. Remember, growth and courage go hand in hand.